Today, I am going to be analyzing the most underrated dribblers so far. I am going to be analyzing 4 players. I'm not going to make a long intro, so let's get straight into it. 1. Jamal Musiala. First we see Jamal Musiala versing a jogging or backtracking defender. The defender is showing him down the line and closing down the angle to cut in. A step over to disguise where he's going, now making the defender think that he'll go down the line. Jamal Musiala touches the ball slightly in, setting it perfectly up for a cross or a shot. And defenders know this. This will fake the defender even more, because defenders know that in a situation like this, if you would want to cross the ball, then you'll need to touch the ball out like this. Now that Jamal Musiala has just pulled off a fake cross, the defender is going even faster, and the reason they are going even faster is because now that Jamal Musiala a yard ahead of the defender, he will run faster to make sure that Jamal Musiala can't cross. And Jamal Musiala knows this, so he does a fake cross to really get the defender's momentum to the other side. Now that the defender has planted his feet, Jamal Musiala takes a touch in, but even more to the right, so that the defender can't reach with his tackle. And the reason the defender will try to reach in for a tackle, rather than trying to run back to Jamal Musiala, is because once a defender has their momentum shifted to one side, and they have planted their feet, it will be too late to quickly chase after them. So their only option is to reach in for a tackle, which Jamal Musiala avoids by angling his touch to the right a lot. Jamal Musiala does a body feint to the left to shift the defender's momentum and disguise where he's going. Two. Ben Arfa. First we see Ben Arfa against a jogging defender. Ben Arfa throws down a few body feints to get the defender on his feet with no momentum, and now that the defender has planted his feet, Ben Arfa can now explode out. Ben Arfa goes down the line. This will also bring the defender's momentum down the line, and also going down the line makes space between these 2 defenders. Ben Arfa stops the ball, and now the defender's momentum has gone too much to the right, and the defender has planted his feet. Ben Arfa can cut in due to the space he created earlier when choosing to dribble down the line, and also at this stage Ben Arfa has 2 options. 1. To cut back down the line. The reason he could possibly choose this option is because now that the defender's momentum is shifted to one side, and Ben Arfa can easily cut in, the defender will run back even faster to make sure that doesn't happen. And if this happens, Ben Arfa could go back down the line because the defender's momentum is going even faster. And then once he does that, there is no way a defender will be able to catch him. And the second option Ben Arfa could choose would be to cut inside. And if he chose to cut in, he would have to do it fast so that the defender can't adjust to the situation and tackle him. And I know exactly which option he will choose, and it's to cut in. Ben Arfa didn't choose to go down the line for nothing. He obviously went down the line to create space to cut in, plus with being the defender's momentum being shifted to one side. If this somehow wasn't the case, then going down the line would be a complete waste, and he would have a more tough time beating the defender. Ben Arfa would also have to cut in really fast, since I can also see that this defender is setting a trap, waiting for him to cut in just so he can tackle him. Ben Arfa does a tiny cut in to draw this defender into tackle, and now that Ben Arfa has drawn the defender into tackle, he cuts even more inside to avoid it. Three. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia is dribbling down the wing, making this defender's momentum go forward. And unfortunately in this situation, going down the wing won't create space to cut inside, as a few other defenders are following in. So this time the more dangerous option would be to dribble past the defender down the wing, because if Kvaratskhelia chooses to dribble the defender and cut in, he has to face more defenders. So dribbling down the wing is more dangerous in this situation. as you can get your cross off rather than risking losing the ball if you choose to cut inside having to dribble past more defenders. Kvaratskhelia slides the ball to the left, and now the defender's momentum has been shifted and he has planted his feet. And the reason Kvaratskhelia chooses to slide the ball left, rather than stopping the ball or cutting the ball with the outside of his foot, is because if Kvaratskhelia stops the ball or cuts with the outside of his foot, then the defender will be able to easily steal the ball off him due to how close the defender is to Kvaratskhelia. And guys, you must know that once a defender has planted their feet or their momentum has been shifted to one side, they will always run back at you even faster with more momentum. Like this situation, how Kvaratskhelia slides the ball to the left, making the defender's momentum shift to the right and plant his feet. Because the defender's momentum is to one side, he will think that Kvaratskhelia will go inside. And the defender doesn't want to be beaten, so he will run back to Kvaratskhelia even faster with more momentum, which Kvaratskhelia can go against, leaving him in the dust. Kvaratskhelia dribbles into this space to get this defender running to the space with momentum, just so that Kvaratskhelia can go against it, which opens up space here. The touch out here draws in the second defender. Kvaratskhelia avoids the tackle with an extra touch inside. We call this the additional touch. Also notice how Kvaratskhelia stretches to poke the ball inside to avoid the tackle. This is called the stretch touch. Four, Mitoma. Mitoma is definitely the most underrated dribbler, especially in the Premier League. Mitoma is dribbling down the line slowly. This opens up space to cut inside. Mitoma does a body feint, which shifts the defender's momentum to the left. And now that the defender's momentum has been shifted, the defender will run back to Mitoma even quicker, to make sure Mitoma won't beat the defender. And Mitoma knows this, so he throws a body feint to the right, now making the defender 100% think that Mitoma went inside trying to beat him. As Mitoma does a body feint, he goes against the defender's momentum. And no, there's no catching up to Mitoma. 1. Momentum advantage. 2. Stretch touch. 3. Additional touch. 4. Drawing in. 5. Make space by going down the wing. 6. Plant defender's feet. 7. Sliding the ball. Please like the video and subscribe, as this video took ages to make. And also share the video to as many people you know that play football, to help more and more people. And I want you to share it to help people, not for views.